Jesus fucking Christ. Isn't there tornadoes going on, people who need help? And you guys are here? What the fuck? Oh, so no tornadoes hit Omaha and there's no houses destroyed, nobody?
Well, this is Bellevue. I don't know.
Okay. You're a fucking public servant. You work for me, you work for the public.
Right, for the citizens of Bellevue.
Yeah.
We can't go outside of Bellevue and do those type of things.
Oh, so you can't be a human being and help other human beings because you're too busy fucking stepping on somebody's rights?
But right now I can't. I'm paid by the city to be here.
You're paid by me to be here, and you're arresting my girlfriend because his feelings got hurt. And you just backed the blue, right? Blue line. You probably got a blue line somewhere. No blue line flags. You don't even own a shirt that has that. Huh. Kind of funny. He throws a fit over nothing. Somebody who's not scared of him, and then calls for backup. Now we got 4 fucking officers here. Why? So you're gonna arrest a woman standing on her driveway? Do you guys ever watch the YouTube videos and stuff like that of cops who are doing something, someone comes up and records, and then they get all butthurt and try to arrest the person? Do you ever seen any of that?
Frequently.
No? Happens quite often. And here it is happening right now. Wonder why nobody likes you guys. So you're actually going to let them haul her off all the way to jail and book her in and everything?
It's not my decision if she goes in. The officer who arrested her is this one right here.
So he is the boss of everybody right now?
It has nothing to do with the boss.
Okay, but what I'm saying...
He establishes probable cause.
Do you, person to person, feel like her stepping on the concrete as opposed to the grass in her own yard is a reason to arrest her? Did you see her acting violently or anything of that sort? Because I didn't. Camera didn't.
So I do not view her if her only actions was to step from the concrete to grass.
It was.
Being in destruction. But her overall actions, if you take them all into context, appear to be destruction.
Her overall actions were doing exactly what I'm doing and recording and telling them not to speak to you. Because that is their right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that we told them, hey, this is your right. Yep. And he said, you're obstructing. Shut up. I can't talk to these guys. Get out of here. And then you pull up and he says, if you step on the concrete, you're going to jail. So you're on the concrete. What if I don't want you on my property right now? Can you leave my property, please? Stand on the public street or the public sidewalk?
Unfortunately, our traffic stop's kind of in the... And your driveway is quasi-public.
Okay, so you arrested her for public property, private property, took her to jail for stepping from here to there.
Again, it wasn't just a simple action of stepping from grass to concrete.
Yes, it was.
It caused her to go in.
She did not say anything. She didn't act violently. She didn't scream. She just failed to follow his unlawful order. That he's...
Again, that's what the court system's for, right?
Yeah, but you guys are out here on, it's fucking, there's no reason for it. You know this. You can't admit it because he's your buddy, back to blue no matter what,
He's my supervisor, there's a difference.
Okay, your supervisor's fucking up. Call him out for it. Do something about it. Don't just follow in line.
And if I believe that he was, I would. But
So you think her children are inside. They just watched her go in the back of a cop car. Why? Because she stepped on her property.
And again, it wasn't a simple action, stepping from one spot to the other.
The camera, we watched it. His camera, your camera, everybody's camera watched her walk from there to there, me to you.
But it wasn't just because she walked from one spot to the other. It was the overall.
Overall, she had her phone I'm being more vocal to you than anything she said.
Nothing to do with being vocal. And you can be as vocal as you want.
I know I can. It's my right.
You're
But
not
what I'm saying,
interfering with him anymore because you're talking to me. Does that make sense? And that's the only reason I'm up here. Is if you have any questions or anything, I'd like to answer.
well, you're not doing it because she needs to be taken out of the back of there before you guys go take her in and make this even worse than it already is.
And before
maybe you could go
happens,
speak with him.
And before that happens, my lieutenant will be here, and you can have a conversation with him. Okay?
Can you have wherever this guy went? Can you go tell him, hey, maybe we don't need to take this woman to jail. Maybe, I get she didn't follow your order. She stepped on the concrete, but overall, she didn't do anything violent. It was simply you created an imaginary line and said, if you step over this line, you're going to jail. That is not a reason to arrest somebody. And you know I'm speaking reason. You just would want them to back you up if you were in the same situation.
I wouldn't want any of my officers to back me up if I was doing something.
Well, then why are you doing it for him? Why are you backing him up?
I've explained it to my man.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
I observed probable cause to make the arrest for that violation.
Okay, other than walking from here to there, what other actions did you observe? Because I was yelling at them, telling them what to do, more than she was. I was closer than she was. I'm being more vocal, loud, and everything else. I'm a man, she's a woman.
Right.
I would be the biggest threat.
To me, and I didn't see everything, and I wasn't here before, but she was taking this officer's attention away from this traffic stop, and then she walked past me towards the traffic stop.
On her property.
Right, but toward the
This officer told me I have to get back in the house. He told me I
the
can't come
reason.
outside of my own house.
Right,
It doesn't make sense. She's walking on her property. Is there a law that says how close you can get to a traffic stop?
There isn't.
Okay, so you arrested her for his imaginary line, and he got upset because we didn't listen.
But
That's exactly what it
case
is.
law and written law that determine what obstruction.
And then there's general human common decency, which all of you guys lack because she's sitting in the back of a car.
We're not doing anything indecent to her.
You got her locked up.
Right, we've arrested her.
Yeah, for nothing.
We're not treating her indecent.
She have cuffs on or zip ties or whatever.
Cuffs.
So you got her in torture cuffs, sitting in the back of a fucking cage for no reason.
I would imagine
Why does she need cuffs on?
the handcuffs would not be considered torture cuffs because
Yes,
they're
they
the
are.
same handcuffs that every officer uses on every
Do you use them on yourselves? No, you don't.
training, yeah, all the time.
A training, okay.
So, I don't
This is a woman, no threat, walking on her property. Is that, there looks like there's somebody else over there. Is that the sergeant?
Lieutenant is
Lieutenant?
Up. I think he's gathering information before he comes and talks to me, just so he's well informed, or as
Yeah.
well informed as he can be.
Yeah. Oh, these guys caught me out, hurt my feelings. And she stepped on her property from her property, and I made an imaginary line. This is outrageous. Supervisors, lieutenants, all of them. We got a woman in jail on her front lawn because we recorded. Our own private property. She took 2 steps onto the concrete because this supervisor here was butthurt. Wanted to give unlawful orders. He was scared.
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't catch your first name.
Nathan.
LT, this is Nathan.
Hello, sir.
How's it going? Hopefully you are going to do your job right today.
Sorry, what?
I said hopefully you're going to do your job right today and uphold the law.
I will definitely do my job. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I don't know what they told you about her.
Okay.
She lives here. I live here. This is our private property. So there's a cop out front. We don't know what's going on. We step out, we record because that's what you do. You guys record us, we record you. Nothing wrong there. She was standing right here, and we told the drivers, hey, you don't have to tell them anything. Don't say nothing. Then the supervisor guy shut up, go back in the house. You guys don't be out here. You can't be out here. You're interfering. I said, this is our private property. You can't tell us to go back in the house. We can stand here and record you. There's no law that says we can't. I didn't commit a crime. You know I didn't commit a crime. I'm not detained. Okay, so and hopefully you're going to do something about this, but he said he gets upset because I'm arguing with him.
Okay.
Clearly, I get people get upset when people argue with them. Sure. Chime into that here.
Sure. You're gonna record me. I can see what you're doing with your hands. But go ahead.
Well, I know you can, but you're trying to obstruct the camera, which is a constitutional
You
violation.
have an actual. Okay, that's not it.
No.
Do you have an
Okay.
actual question for me?
So she walked from right here to right where you're
Your
standing.
girlfriend who was not involved in the traffic stop, right?
No, nothing.
Okay.
She had nothing to do with it. We came out of the house, and he said, if you step on the concrete, you're going to jail.
Okay.
She stepped on the concrete.
Okay.
Now she's in the back of a car.
Okay.
So how is that? Why is she being
Well,
arrested?
let me ask you a question. So he was dealing with the traffic stop here, where I can smell the weed from here where I'm standing.
Yeah, had nothing to do with her.
Okay. But like, this is what, 10 feet away? He said, don't come any closer, or else.
He
you're
said,
gonna
step
hurt
on the concrete. First, he said not to come out of the house. Then he ordered us to go back into the house.
Okay.
And I said,
Because
no.
you were yelling at her while he's trying to.
We come out, and he looked, said, go back in the house. I said, we don't have to. This is our
You were
property.
yelling at her, telling her what to
We
do
said,
on the traffic.
hey, you don't have to say anything.
Maybe that's why you. Can't
You have the right.
aggressive Yelling, right?
No, we weren't aggressively yelling.
Okay. So he said, "Don't come any closer." Don't
She
step
stepped on the concrete. They
or
put
else
her
you're gonna
in
go to jail for
handcuffs.
obstructing. And therefore she did, and now.
So
he's following
how do
regulations.
you have jurisdiction to arrest somebody because they stepped over an imaginary line that you created on their own property?
For officer safety, he says, "Don't get any closer."
Officer
You're
No,
not
okay.
listening to the answer, sir.
I don't need to
I'm
because
trying
you're
okay,
giving me
well,
your bullshit
okay.
answer.
All
You
right.
got
You have a good day,
guns,
buddy.
badges. What? Hey, what was your name and badge number again, please?
Are you willing to listen to an answer?
If you're gonna give me your name and badge number.
Okay, I'm Lieutenant Mercer with the Bellevue Police Department. Okay.
Okay.
PIN number. We go by PIN number. It's not badge number. It's 251. Okay.
Okay.
So you call and make a complaint. Just call down Bellevue Police Department any day of the week, Monday through Friday. Say you want to make a complaint. They'll send you upstairs to do so. Okay.
See, this is.
And then you can talk to them and tell them what happened. He's going to look at Sergeant Mark V's video and anyone and everyone else's video who was here, and they'll explain to you, I guess, the laws and the Constitution, and kind of go from there. Okay? If
Well,
you have
there's gonna be.
questions-
If you guys are
questions,
gonna
you
take
can
her to
ask them.
jail, there's gonna be a court case over this.
Of course, she will have a court date.
Oh
That's how that
my-
works.
No, like there's gonna be a lawsuit.
Okay, you do whatever you need to do.
Can you honestly tell me you think she needs to go to jail for stepping from me
I
to
wasn't
you?
here, but if she did not listen and got any closer, and he told her literally exactly what was going to happen, and she decided to push her luck and do that,
What if he said, "Don't sit down, or you're going to jail," and I sat down because I was tired of
is that
standing?
reasonable? Or coming closer
What
to him interfering? in
what
the
he
process?
did is not reasonable.
Okay. Do you have any
That's
other
not
questions for me?
reasonable.
Do you understand how to file
I-
a complaint?
I just don't understand why
She will have a court date.
5
She will
officers
have a court
out
date.
here for a woman.
Okay. And you and the 2 people that were in the car. So 4 of you.
I was louder.
4 of you guys.
I was more vocal. I was more mouthy. I told them more. I was closer. I'm a male. She's a female.
Did you get closer?
Any general person.
Or did you actually?
I started from my front door when he told me to go back in the house when I walked out my door. I didn't.
And he didn't arrest you for that.
No, he didn't. But he arrested her.
Because she got closer than he said to, right?
He said, "You step on the concrete." What if? I mean, we got to go on the concrete to get back into our
Does
house.
that make sense over there? Or
What
did
this
it-
doesn't make sense.
Okay. Again, is there anything else I can try to explain to you? Because
I mean, you could let her out before this has to go.
she's going to jail for obstructing a peace officer. Okay.
Wow.
You can look up that. You can look up
Wow.
that statute and read that for yourself.
I already know.
Okay.
Wow. Fucking worthless, cocksucking pieces of shit. Gonna arrest me for calling you names? Fucking pussies.